This July, Womanica has teamed up with Nike to tell the stories of elite athletes from history to today. We're celebrating the women who performed physical and mental feats in sports. We're talking about athletes. For stories of women who overcame societal barriers, personal struggles, and fierce competition to pursue their dreams of glory. Listen to Womanica all month long, wherever you get your podcasts. Hello, from Wonder Media Network, I'm Jenny Kaplan, and this is Womanica. This month, we're celebrating women who performed physical and mental feats in sports. They overcame societal barriers, personal struggles, and fierce competition to pursue their dreams of glory. We're talking about athletes. Today, we're talking about an accomplished mountaineer who became known in the Chinese press as the tallest woman in the world. Let's talk about Pan Duo. Pan Duo was born in 1939 in rural Tibet to a poor serf family. When she was 8 years old, her father died, exacerbating the family's economic struggles. To help support the family, Pan Duo was sent to work. Pan Duo endured back-breaking labor for hours each day, often carrying more than 70 pounds of goods up and down the Himalayan roads on foot. She later moved to Lhasa, Tibet, where she worked on a farm and in a factory. The years of hard labor had not only built physical strength, but also unwavering resilience. When she was 20 years old, Pan Duo's strong physique caught the attention of the China Female Mountaineering Expedition, and she was recruited to join the team. Later that year, in 1959, Pan Duo climbed her first mountain, Mount Tagaata in Xinjiang. In reaching the summit, she broke the previous women's climbing record held by a French mountaineer. Pan Duo began planning for even more challenging climbs, with her eye on the world's highest peak, Mount Everest. 16 years after her first climb, now a mother of 3 in her mid-30s, Pan Duo was as strong as ever. She passed her training evaluations and was named second in command for her climbing crew. She was ready to attempt Everest. On May 17, 1975, Pan Duo set off on the climb. The journey was difficult. The mountain was so cold, Pan Duo lost several toes to frostbite. Many of her fellow climbers experienced altitude sickness and had to descend. Pan Duo was now the only woman remaining in the group marching onward. 10 days later, on May 27th, Pan Duo summited Mount Everest. She was just 11 days behind fellow Womanican Junko Tabei, making her the second woman to reach the peak. She was, however, the first woman to complete the climb from the challenging northern route. While at the top, Pan Duo performed an ECG to prove that her heart responded to the extreme environment no differently than a man's. Following her trip up Everest, Pan Duo was elected to the National People's Congress in China and became vice director of the Wuxi Sports Administration. Yet over the decades, Pan Duo's accomplishments were widely forgotten. In 2008, she was one of the athletes chosen to carry the Olympic flag during the opening ceremony of the Beijing Olympics. But the broadcasters didn't know who she was. When reflecting on her legacy as a climber, she said, "Chinese women have a strong will. Difficulties can't stop us. We climbed the highest peak in the world. We really hold up half the sky." On March 31st, 2014, Pan Duo died. All month, we're talking about athletes. For more information, find us on Facebook and Instagram at Womanica Podcast. Special thanks to Liz Kaplan, my favorite sister and co-creator. Talk to you tomorrow. This July, Womanica has teamed up with Nike to tell the stories of elite athletes from history to today. We're celebrating the women who performed physical and mental feats in sports. We're talking about athletes. For stories of women who overcame societal barriers, personal struggles, and fierce competition to pursue their dreams of glory, listen to Womanica all month long, wherever you get your podcasts.
Residents at Brightview Senior Living Communities enjoy enhanced possibilities, independence, and choice. Brightview Dulles Corner in Herndon and Brightview, Great Falls, offer vibrant senior independent living, assisted living, and memory care services through various daily programs and cultural events. Chef-prepared meals, safety and security, transportation, resort-style amenities, and high-quality care. Everything you need is here. Discover more at brightviewseniorliving.com. Equal housing opportunity.
In 2009, Mitrice Richardson was released from the Malibu Lost Hills Sheriff's Station, and she never made it home. Nearly a year later, Mitrice's remains were found in a canyon 6 miles from the station. Her death is Malibu's greatest unsolved mystery. I'm Dana Goodyear. In Lost Hills, Dark Canyon, what happened to Mitrice Richardson? Listen on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to podcasts.
Welcome to Criminalia. I'm Maria Tremarchi.
And I'm Holly Fry. Together, we invite you into the dark corridors of history and true crime.
For each season, we explore a new theme, from poisoners to stalkers, art thieves to snake oil salesmen.
And tune in at the end of each episode as we indulge in cocktails and mocktails inspired by each story. Listen to Criminalia on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.